Our HOA president was fining people $200 for leaving trash cans out 1 minute late, while secretly stealing $50,000 from the community fund. But I spent 2 years planning his downfall. And it was absolutely perfect. When I moved to the suburbs, I thought I'd escape drama. But Todd, our HOA president, was a petty dictator who fined me $500 because my fence stain was slightly off color, even though I had receipts proving the approved stain wasn't available, so I decided to destroy him methodically and legally. First, I volunteered for the HOA board playing the eager newbie for 2 whole years, attending every meeting taking detailed notes, while Todd bullied other board members and pushed through votes when only his allies were present. Then I noticed something fishy about our finances. We were paying the highest HOA fees in the area, but our pool was always closed for maintenance, and the landscaping looked terrible, so I started digging. When I requested financial records, Todd laughed it off, saying, "Don't worry, I've got it under control." But I wasn't backing down, and after weeks of pressure, he finally handed over documents that were a complete mess, with invoices missing, payments mislabeled, and a $15,000 landscaping fee paid to a company that didn't exist. I cross-referenced bank statements with public records and found the smoking gun Todd was funneling money to his personal accounts and splitting profits with a shady contractor buddy who handled all our maintenance. I spent weeks knocking on doors, telling neighbors just enough to get them angry and curious. So when the annual meeting came, the room was packed instead of the usual handful of people. Todd started his typical boring speech about how difficult it was to manage the HOA when I stood up, and calmly asked him to explain some budget discrepancies. And when he said this wasn't the time or place, I replied, "Actually, Todd, it's the perfect time," and handed out copies of my detailed report to everyone in the room. The mood shifted instantly. People started reading, whispering, then shouting, and by the end of the night, Todd was voted out as president. We hired an independent auditor who confirmed Todd had embezzled over $50,000 and committed multiple counts of fraud, so we reported him to police and filed a civil lawsuit that forced him to sell his house to pay restitution. Have you ever dealt with a power-hungry HOA president? What's the pettiest rule you've seen enforced in your neighborhood?